God, the interplanetary weapon invasion system. God, the interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus, awakened and its arc Merkava was activated. Deus began to absorb, one after the other, mutated people destined to be its parts, while the non-mutated would eventually only become a threat to it, to exterminate us and our civilization. It set into action. The planet's surface was devastated by Merkava and the weapons born out of it called the Seraph Angels. While pursuing the newly awakened Deus, we chanced upon Faye, whose whereabouts had hitherto been lost, along with his gear Weltall. Discovered together at the place where Merkava was originally located. We were overjoyed by Faye's return, but it was short-lived. For some unknown reason, Faye was found in a state of suspended animation. He did not regain consciousness. The people of Shevat and we ourselves feared a relapse of Faye's, no, Id's power, and had no choice but to put Faye into carbonite freeze. Your Majesty, why do the people of Shevat fear Faye so much? Even if Graf and Id's power are comparable. It is not that we fear him. No, you definitely do. You are terrified of him. We fear the error we ourselves committed, and now we are simply trying to put a lid on it. Oh, so you're chicken shits. The people in this giant sky castle with shields up all the time are cowards? I, for one, am an educated man who is shocked and amazed by this. But, what error that you yourselves committed? Shevat instigated a battle 500 years ago to gain our independence from Solaris. However, we became overcome with the lust for power. During the war-torn people's will would no longer be with Shevat, but with the Nisan Mother. And that the people would assemble under Sophia. The Council of Elders of Shevat back then made a deal with Solaris. Oh, that's evil. Is that why Graf hates you so much? Yes. At the time, Solaris, or the Gazelle Ministry to be exact, were at odds with a woman who held the real power behind the scenes. That's Miang, isn't it? Most probably it was. Fearing the increasing power of the masses assembling in Nisan, the Gazelle Ministry schemed to hand over to us their antagonist, Miang, and promised a division of the rulership over the Earth's surface. In exchange, we had to give them the rebel army that had assembled in Nisan, and also their patron, Sophia. The leaders of Shevat accepted, and it was decided that Nisan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. Shevat did not participate in that battle. Thwarted by the awesome numbers of the Solarian army, with their path of retreat cut off, the Nisan rebel army ran out of options and was destroyed. Caught up in the middle of all this was the Khan, Bart's ancestor Ronnie, myself, and Krelian. You were also there? Yes. Surrounded on all sides, we were prepared to die. And then the rebel forces flagship appeared with Sophia on board. She sacrificed herself so as to create a path for our retreat. Sophia's flagship headed straight for the enemy's main ship on a suicide attack. Thanks to Sophia's sacrifice, we were able to survive. However, her death forever changed the fate of 2 men. Krelian, who followed closely under her as the leader of Nissan's sex militia, completely lost faith after calling out to a god that would not respond. "I will create a god with my own hands," are the last words he uttered before he disappeared. And Lacan, he resented himself for not having the power to do anything while she died in front of him. So he began to search for the legendary power. Legendary power? God's resting place, Mahanan, the source of divine wisdom, Raziel, and the anima relics which were created by that very wisdom. Besides these, there is one more legend, and that is Zohar. Zohar? That has the same name as the Zohar modifier, the power reactor that Miang spoke of, saying it was the infinite energy source of God, Deus. What she claimed was also the source of our ether powers and the driving force of all of our gears. It would have to be one and the same thing. It is the place that contains the ultimate source of this world's power. It is said that only he who has the correct destiny would be able to discover its location. Losing all faith in humanity, Lacan sought after its power. Lacan became Graph, and the world collapsed. This tragedy happened because the people's lust for power. I must take part of the responsibility for not having been able to stop it. And now Faye, the one who has the same power as Graph, we just wanted to seal up that dreadful power that arose from our own sinful deeds. Wow, that's fucked. Graph, the man once known as Lacan, sought after the power of Zohar. The one who has the same power as Graph, Faye. I had this premonition that Faye too would awaken and seek out that power. And that presentiment became reality.